Have you ever felt unsafe walking home in the evening or felt uncomfortable when you were out alone? 81% of women globally have faced some form of street harassment in their lives. In India, surveys show that over 80% of women have been subjected to harassment or violence in public spaces. This prevents them from accessing opportunities in education and employment. Further, women don't use public spaces for leisure due to fear of violence and fear of sexual harassment. This fear and anxiety in women is further compounded by streets not being pedestrian-friendly or spaces being dark and deserted with inadequate public infrastructure. Safetipin is a technology platform and a set of apps that uses data to make public spaces safer and more inclusive for women and others. Data collection is done using 3 different apps. The My Safetipin app is a free app with over 100,000 downloads through which users can do a safety audit and contribute to the safety of their city. Safetipin Night is for large-scale, geo-referenced image collection of a city. And Safetipin Site is for extracting in-depth data on public spaces and public amenities. Currently, Safetipin has data in over 20 countries and 65 cities globally, and has won over 10 prestigious awards for its contribution in making cities safer for women and others. In 2016, 7,500 dark spots were identified in Delhi through Safetipin mapping. This data was shared with the government, and an extensive program for installing street lights was undertaken, which reduced the number of dark spots by 5,000. In Bogota, Safetipin applications were used to map cycle tracks to improve their quality and to encourage more women to use them. Based on the mapping, the city municipality added cycle stands near bus stops for better last-mile connectivity, added CCTV cameras on tracks, and improved the track surfaces. On remapping in 2019 to measure impact, these improvements were captured. Safetipin data can be used to make change in many ways. In Kolkata, a vulnerability study was conducted to map the city and identify how accessible it was for vulnerable groups: women, children, elderly, and people with disabilities. In Haryana, districts have been audited to improve walkability and cyclability. In Hanoi, Safetipin data was used to understand how accessible the metro stations were on the upcoming metro line. In Durban, South Africa, a qualitative and quantitative assessment of taxi ranks was done to assess infrastructure and safety in public transport. In Bengaluru, new bus stop locations were identified using Safetipin data, and in Papua New Guinea, the data was used to propose safe and accessible bus stop designs for women. We firmly believe that technology can be an enabler for social change, and Safetipin's tools to generate evidence-based data for positive change is a leading example. Safetipin is working towards building a world where everyone can move around without fear, especially women and other excluded groups.